Hello everyone. So the big news today is distinct signs of an easing of tensions between India and China. China now pulling back in the Galwan Valley and both sides signaling that they will try and move towards some sort of disengagement and the lowering of temperatures. So very significant developments taking place, and all of this after a phone conversation between the Indian National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and the Chinese Foreign Minister. Now, let's see where this leads to, and let's hope it is the beginning of a process which will restore a certain amount of peace and tranquility to the line of action control between India and China. So let's quickly take you through to all the big stories on what seems to be a very significant day.
National Security Advisor Ajit Doval held talks with Chinese Foreign Minister and State Councillor Wang Yi over video call, the Ministry of External Affairs said on Monday. According to a report in the Hindustan Times, the video call took place on Sunday night before the People's Liberation Army were reported to have taken the first few steps to move back from the standoff points in the Galwan area. The Ministry of External Affairs in a statement said the duo had a frank and in-depth exchange of views on the recent developments in the western sector of the India-China border areas. The Hindustan Times report said talks were focused on what is being described as full and enduring restoration of peace and tranquility along the line of actual control. The two sides also spoke about working together to avoid such incidents in future, the report quoted a top government official saying.
The Indian and Chinese troops have mutually withdrawn in the tense Galwan Valley after they witnessed a blood clash on June 15th that left 20 Indian soldiers dead, reports said. The Hindu newspaper reported that the Chinese troops have shifted back 2 kilometers from the site of the clashes at the Galwan Valley in eastern Ladakh. Reports also said that a buffer zone has been created between the Indian and Chinese troops. Temporary structures are also being removed by both sides, and physical verification has also been conducted. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Monday once again targeted the Narendra Modi government, calling its demonetization policy and implementation of goods and services tax failures. In a tweet, he also said that these policies, along with the government's failure in handling of the coronavirus situation, will be studied by the Harvard Business School.
India has now jumped to the third spot in the list of nations worst hit by coronavirus. The country logged more than 6.9 lakh cases on Sunday evening, according to data from state governments, overtaking Russia, which had 6.8 lakh. Only US and Brazil now have more cases than India. The US has more than 28 lakh cases and Brazil has over 15 lakh. India added a record number of coronavirus cases on Sunday. The Health Ministry reported just under 25,000 cases and 613 deaths in 24 hours, the biggest daily spike so far. The Assam government has sounded the community transmission alert as the state coronavirus tally crossed the 11,000 mark on Sunday. It's in the community. With this, Guwahati has formally entered into the pandemic situation and it's becoming bigger and bigger, State Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said on Sunday. Assam reported over 1,200 cases on Sunday, with the capital Guwahati alone accounting for 777 of these. The city is already under a strict 14-day lockdown since June 29th.
The number of COVID-19 tests in India crossed the 1 crore mark on Monday, news agency PTI reported, quoting an ICMR official. At least 2 lakh samples have been tested daily between January 22nd and July 5th in 1,100 laboratories that were identified, upgraded or established across the country to ramp up testing and prevent the spread of infections. COVID-19 testing labs are capable of performing about 350,000 tests a day currently, an increase from about 10,000 tests per day in early February. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Monday said that though the number of coronavirus disease cases have crossed 1 lakh in the national capital, there's no need to panic. The Chief Minister stated that around 72,000 people have recovered from the virus in the capital. Listing the work done by his government to check the spread of coronavirus, Kejriwal said, out of 25,000 active patients, 15,000 are being treated at home and the death rate has also come down.
Approval for human clinical trials for 2 made-in-India COVID-19 vaccine candidates marks the beginning of the end for the coronavirus pandemic, the government said on Sunday. Striking an optimistic note, a letter by the Ministry of Science and Technology said that there were more than 100 vaccine candidates in the world currently, of which 11 were in human trials, including 2 in India. COVID-19 has infected over 1.12 crore people worldwide and left more than 5.3 lakh dead. The ministry statements comes amid a row over a letter by by the ICMR, setting August 15th, Independence Day, as the target for releasing a coronavirus vaccine.
Hundreds of scientists say that there is evidence that coronavirus and smaller particles in the air can infect people. They've called on the World Health Organization to revise recommendations, the New York Times has reported. The WHO has said that the coronavirus disease spreads primarily from person to person through small droplets from the nose or mouth that come out when a person with COVID-19 coughs, sneezes or speaks. In an open letter to the agency, 239 scientists in 32 countries have stated that whether carried by large droplets that zoom through the air after a sneeze or by much smaller exhaled droplets that may glide the length of a room, the coronavirus is borne through air and can infect people when inhaled. A city in northern China on Sunday sounded an alert after a suspected case of bubonic plague was reported. Bayanour, Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, announced a level 3 warning of plague prevention and control, state-run People Daily Online reported. At present, there's a risk of human plague epidemic spreading in the city, the local health authority said. The confirmed cases are a 27-year-old resident and his 17-year-old brother. They both ate marmot meat, the health officials said, warning people to not eat marmot meat. Bubonic plague is a bacterial disease that's spread by fleas living on wild rodents such as marmots. It can kill an adult in less than 24 hours if not treated in time, according to the WHO.